Hi, I'm Hiro Kanagawa. I'm an actor and playwright around town. I work with the Arts Club on Tear the Curtain here in the Stanley, and the Arts Club produced my play, Patron Saint of Stanley Park. My favorite memory of the Arts Club is actually from the future in a strange, it involves the supernatural, strangely enough. It was here in the Stanley during rehearsals of Tear the Curtain, and we were up here on the stage teching, and Tom Macbeth was standing beside me, and I think it was the gangster scene or something, and the curtain was coming down, and he yanked me, because otherwise the curtain would have come down on my head, and if you ask him about it, he'll swear he didn't do that. And he was there, and he was like, "Are you okay?" And then, you moron, you could have got killed. But he swears he didn't do that. And later, I was down in the hallway, wandering around, and then I went in the green room, fell asleep, and I had this experience, which in Japanese is called kanashibari, which means bound by chains. And, it's a common experience where people wake up and they can't move and they can't speak, right? But you're awake. And there was a face hovering above me, which was like a samurai face. And the face said, "Omae ga nobi-nobs ni narunda," which can either mean you will be Nobi-Nobs, or you must be Nobi-Nobs. And Nobi-Nobs is there's this mystical, this legendary character in Japan, Nobunaga Nobuyoshi, who is like a kabuki actor, and he might have been a ninja and a samurai. He pops up throughout history, and people say he was a time traveler, because there's incidents where he seemed to have weapons and knowledge that were from the future. So. And that happened, and then the next thing I know, there's Jimmy Tate in his Stanley Lee get-up, going, "Hiro, are you okay?" So that's, I wouldn't say it's my favorite memory of the Arts Club, but it's the craziest thing that happened, and and people say this place is haunted, so there you go. In terms of my writing, it's just been really instrumental in furthering my career as a playwright. All of my plays have been in the React series, starting with Tiger of Malaya, and then Patron Saint of Stanley Park, which was part of the Silver Commissions. Also a musical that I wrote, Tom Pinkerton, and my latest play, Indian Arm, is going to be in React in a couple of weeks. And this, despite the fact that they weren't all commissioned by the Arts Club, Tiger Malaya, Tom Pinkerton, and Indian Arm were actually commissioned all by Rumble. But they, the Arts Club has really been a major part of my development, as a writer, because of React and the dramaturgical support I've had from Rachel Deiter. So that's really, I can't, say enough about how much I've been supported by the Arts Club. I love the fact that it develops new work, both through React and the LEAP program for young writers that I was an adjudicator on this summer. Those two things, and the fact that the new, well, it's not new now, but the fact that the review stage is that the Arts Club uses that now to kind of introduce artists that it's never worked with before. All of those things they're just so important to this community, and I think to theater at large, especially in this environment, in this economy where theater is not doing well. So many theaters aren't thriving. So many theaters are struggling. And yet, over the years, these 50 years, the Arts Club has somehow managed to thrive and to grow and to prosper. And I love that about this institution and this, this organization. It's important to support the Arts Club because, well, is it important to support theater at all is a question. And I think as a theater artist, I have faith, I believe that theater, as with all the arts, play a vital part in the fabric, the cultural fabric of a city, and in people's wellness, in their emotional and psychic wellness, and well-being and health. And the Arts Club, now it's 50 years old. It's one of the major cultural institutions of the city of Vancouver. Every time I turn on the radio and listen to the CBC, I hear people from City Hall talking about how, they're trying to make the city a better place, a more livable place, right? Just yesterday I heard about the North Lawn at the art gallery, how they're going to try and make that into a more iconic space in the city, right? And in the cultural fabric of our city, the Arts Club is an iconic organization. You can call it that now after 50 years. So, we need it to last for another 50 years to support artists and writers and playwrights and, the people who design sets and costumes and all down the line, right? There's a trickle effect that keeps the entire theater ecology vibrant and alive here in our city.